I really am running out of ways to start these things. Well, everyone, we're back to quite the month. It's been one heck of a month this time, but yeah, September 2025. Don't expect too much from this update. It's been a weird month, and I've had not a lot of motivation to make stuff, so yeah. Also, before we get too far into things, apparently I'm severely underestimated this little thing, because apparently this thing is about as big as a redwood tree, which is this big, apparently, and is also powerful enough to take on every single version of the Omni Droid from Incredibles. The one thing responsible for taking out 90% of supers, beaten by a blob with feet. I'm not judging, that's honestly quite impressive, so yeah, just figured I'd clear that up. Anyway, time to move on to things, I guess. This one got pretty lucky with some thrift store finds. Got 4 plushies, although there was one more that I kind of liked, but maybe I'll get that next month. So yeah, let's start off with Donatello. Wow, if I had a nickel for every time I found a Donatello plush at a thrift store, I'd have 2 nickels. Which, okay, you know what, I'll just stop there. You already know the reference. Yep, it's just a little Ty beanie plush. It's pretty tiny, it's pretty cute. I do find it a little strange how they used vinyl for the belt and all the little straps on him, I guess. Also, why does his belt go through the edge of the shell? That's not how shells work. But yeah, he's just a little Donnie. I do find it a little annoying how the bow staff is. I feel like it would have been better if it was just attached to one hand, but oh well. Yeah, me Donnie is probably gonna fall. Simba from Lion King. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of cute, and you know, it kind of works. I like Lion King, and plus I already have Pumbaa, so it just makes sense to have Simba. I still need Timon since I haven't used my crappy custom one a lot. But yeah, for some reason my siblings think this one's terrifying because of the eyes that just follow you wherever you go. Yeah. And he's also a type plush. So yeah, that's cool. And then we got the Minion. Again, I just thought it was random and I thought I could use it for something. Yeah, there it is. Sukumi 2 Minion. Stupid simple. Vinyl for the mask. Well, not mask, the eye thing. It also looks like the symbol and the buttons and all that. I don't really know what specific brand this is. Yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, there we go. And the big one, this guy. This big, not really specific brand red dragon. Yeah. I saw like 3 of these things at the thrift store. Along with like 5 black and white cats, 3 calico cats, 3 surfing dogs, 2 of this plush, well, 3 of this plush, 2 snap bracelet sharks, 1 copy of the worst superhero movie in existence, that being this, which is not to cause a reference or anything, but it is very much not fantastic.
Say that again?
And a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah. But yeah, he's just a red dragon. He's pretty good. Although one nostril is actually bigger than the other, and I can't unsee it, and it's very annoying. But what's more annoying is the fact that the horns and these weird flaps are literally just felt. And the horns being warped, I can get past, but the flaps are annoying, because this one is just extremely stiff backwards, and this one just wants to go forwards. I mean, I might be able to get it to warp back to normal, but it's not as easy as my Dilophosaurus. But yeah, he's just a very big dragon plush, and also this paw is a little warped. But yeah, I have an idea for him in the video. I mean, if I end up using this one, because who knows, maybe I'll find a better dragon. But yeah, currently he's going to be appearing in his own like little solo series, so explain some things for that's coming up. So yeah, just gonna put him right over here so he doesn't take too much space. And now we get into the customs. Also, weird thing, I have a boo hanging up there. Don't mind the turbo poster, my little brother wanted that up. Anyway, custom time. First, I might as well get him out of here before he disappears. We got a disappearing guy from the Amazing Digital Circus. Yeah. Literally made this for the tutorial, which, just to clarify things, you don't need to make disappearing guy or Ming for that tutorial. This body design will work for pretty much any humanoid character you want to make. So yeah, I will do more tutorials in the future though. So yeah. He's pretty good. I feel like I could have done a little bit better on how the head and hat are done. But, yeah, oh well, live and learn. So yeah, that's disappearing guy. He's probably gonna disappear any second. And there he goes, yeah. But I haven't actually shown this one off yet, but we got Ming. He's really cool. He's really soft too because of the felt I used. And I feel like I could have done a bit better on the brim. I really have this bad habit of not using 2 layers of felt for things when I should. Anyway, yeah, that's Ming. So he's cool. I still need to make Pomni and Zubul. Well, Pomni's halfway done. I still haven't figured out how to make her hat. And I need to make Zubul. I may make more characters like Gummy Goo or Kaufmo or... who knows? Maybe I'll make them abstracted at some point. But yeah. Hang on, it's on this being guy. Stay. I mean it. Anyway. Wow, I don't have a lot of FNAF this time. What do I have? 2? New body style for FNAF. Heck yeah. This is going to be the more humanoid style FNAF plushies now. So yeah, a lot better than the old one. But yeah, this is Michael Afton from the FNAF 4 minigames. Because he's got his Foxy mask. Which is very understuffed in the muzzle. Because that's a problem with every single Foxy plush I own. Well, custom. That has this muzzle style. It's understuffed. The big monster Foxy in the Heroes 3 Supernova. Go watch the video, by the way, it's amazing. And my Bizzo Mangle. They both have this kind of muzzle, and they're both understuffed, which sucks. But yeah, he's a pretty simple plush. I really like him. I like how he came out. Yeah, I'll be using this for humanoid FNAF characters from now on. So, yep, it's Michael Afton. I'm just going to set him right there. And the one I absolutely adore this plush. She took hours to make, tons of detail, and might be one of my favorites. Scrap Baby. There we go. 3 out of 4 scrap animatronics done. I still need to make Scrap Trap. But yeah, she's pretty awesome. A lot of detail here, and there's actual depth. All these orange and white details are put on black felt, so it's some depth there. She's got her eyelashes. I know these are like green on Spicy Plush Productions plush, but they're supposed to be blue, so yeah. She's pretty good. I had to remake her pigtails. This is what they looked like before. But yeah, I didn't like how flimsy they were and how small they were, so I made them out of 2 layers of felt, so they're much, much stiffer. And they're bigger, and they have the wires. It's got a little tiara. It's got very minimal withering on the back. She's got a big old claw, which didn't even have the teeth originally. And she's got the little wheels on her feet. And due to how her skirt is made, she can actually sit on her own, which is not actually something that's very common for FNAF plushies, custom or otherwise. Well, except for the new Jazzwares ones. They have beans in their feet, which is really cool. Well, beans in their butts. It's really, really cool. I like that. So yeah, that's Scrap Baby. Here we go, just 2 siblings there. I am going to make the Crying Child. I want to make the Crying Child, and William, and Michael, pre-scooped Michael, post-scooped Michael, Crying Child, Elizabeth. I have a lot of things. Well, I mean, I want to do an Afton Family music video, but yeah. There we go. Let's move on into, you know what, let's stick with horror. With a critter. Yeah, I recently watched one of Pastor's videos about the Critters movies, you know, those really weird, almost Gremlins-looking knockoffs, but they're actually completely different. But yeah, I don't know why. I wanted to make a critter, but he's got issues. He doesn't have his claws, his feet are a little uneven, he's very thick, I don't know, but the face is pretty detailed. I mean, I don't know, it just doesn't say critter to me, it just seems like a shady guy hiding in a back alley ready to scam you out of some car insurance or something. But yeah, he's just yeah, that's a critter from the Critters movies. It's just, here, let's move Michael over here in front of these 2. Let's put the critter right there. Let's put you in there. There we go. And now we got Zardy from Zardy's Maze. Yeah, I was inspired by another video. Well, technically, I was actually inspired by another plush tour, I think. But yeah, I know he has a makeshift plush, but I came late to the party and never got it. But yeah, here's Zardy. He's awesome. His hat's a little big, and I'm not too big of a fan of the shape. Mouth came out pretty good, and he has a little straw there. I really like how the cloak came out. And it's not glued down completely. It's only, like, glued at the rim. So it's actually movable, so we can still move his arms around. So that's pretty cool. I really do think I could have done the legs better. They're a little too splayed out for my liking, so I may cut them off and make some new ones. But he looks better when he's sitting. It's nice. So yeah, that's Zardy from Zardy's Maze. He's pretty cool. And I look forward to getting to use him, especially since October is here. And I'll get to make more spooky videos. I'm going to be making a bunch of Halloween-themed videos. So, yeah. Let's see, we got Mimikyu from Pokemon. My very first Pokemon custom. Heck yeah. Eyes are a little too close together, but that's fine. Yeah, I actually used 2 different pieces here. One in black, one in yellow. So that's pretty cool. These ears are a little floppy. That seems to be a problem with a lot of my plushies. But yeah, that's Mimikyu. He's pretty cute. Weird how this is my first Pokemon custom. It's taken me months to do this. Wow, that's insane. And you already know about this one, but we got Hornet from Hollow Knight Silk Song, because that game is so amazing that it broke Steam and caused big game companies to throw a hissy fit. Man, I love the gaming community. Yeah, that's on, yeah. I haven't made any Hollow Knight plushies yet. I do want to make, like, the main character, Ghost, I think that's his fan name. And I do want to make the Hollow Knight, since that's one of my favorites, along with Grimm. So, yeah. Yeah, she's cool. I haven't made her Needle yet, and I did make these removable shoes. You can see the stuffing in there, but yeah. For those wondering if I had just permanently glued shoes to my Hornet plush, no. They are removable. Just kind of shove her legs in there. Give me a second. Okay, that's about as good as I'm gonna get. But yeah, you got shoes. Throw them off with a thumbnail. There we go. Get it over there. Boop. And we got 5 Sonic plushies. New record. We got Sage. Yeah, I know Sage has an official plush, but I can't afford it right now. So this is the cheaper option. I feel like I could have done a bit better on this one. That's fine. Maybe I'll add some more details later down the line. But yeah, itty bitty Sage. Yay. I don't know how I'll use her. And yes, she's got her blue and white variant. So there we go. And it's kind of fitting that the other character I made this month is the character that's been commonly put along with Sage due to like some future stuff. Because it's my favorite character, Silver the Hedgehog. Because yes, Silver is one of my favorites. Right alongside like Shadow, Metal Sonic, Tangle. The list goes on. But yeah, I had to make Silver. And he's just so cool. He's really, really cool. And yeah, and for those wondering, I did originally draw those little circles on his hands, but they looked like crap, so I put felt. So yeah, he's pretty cool. His shoes are weirdly uneven though. I don't get that. It's weird. But yeah, that's Silver. He's pretty awesome, and I really like this plush. And this thing is 2 layers, so it's stiffer. I'm learning. Yeah. And there you go, that's Silver. And for those wondering if I was going to make Super Silver, don't worry. I did. I have a weird knack with these Sonic characters, just cutting out duplicates of the pieces so that I can make 2 of them. Did that for Sage, and I did that for Silver, so yeah. Super Silver, he's not all that different, just some color changes. I didn't put the lines on his bracelets or inhibitor rings because they glow yellow. So yeah, and yeah, his spines are up, and he's a little different. Although, I do feel like I could have cut a little more around there so that the eyes are more visible, but yeah. Yep, that's Super Silver, he looks pretty cool. I still need to make Super Shadow, but for him I need to make him look more like the actual Jack Shadow than this style. Also, I just realized, is this arm longer? Yeah, whatever. So yep, that's Silver the Hedgehog. Let's put him right here. There we go. Let's put Super Silver, you know what, I'm gonna put these guys right here. Super Silver right there. There we go. Again, we got Phantom Rider. Pretty obscure character from the IDW comics. No one has made this guy. Why doesn't this guy get more attention? He's so cool. Literally looks like a common rider, which is so cool. I feel like a bit better on the mask though. Yeah, he looks a bit more chunky because of the armor being so thick. I don't know. I really like how his shoes came out, and I like how his scarf is. He's got the gloves, the shoulder pads. This piece right here was a pain in the butt, not to mention the stripes from the visor, but also because of it gluing down weird, I had to cover up a bunch of stretched glue with a piece of felt, and this piece, I had to cover up a dent. But yeah, that's Phantom Rider, so yeah, he's pretty cool. He looks weird from most angles, front angles, but from the side he looks pretty good. I still need to make his weird hover thing, but yeah. Just an obscure Sonic character in the set, and yes, more IDW characters are coming. I'm going to make Starlin and Kit and Mimic and Lanolin. I want to make Lanolin. Yeah. So, yep, that's this dingus. Let's just set him right over here. There we go. You know what? I think a lot of people are going to want to see Hornet. Let's put her in front. There we go. Stick. There we go. Just going to put there. Set up you. There we go. Okay. And to wrap things up, I'll just count in Titan as well, who's just a cardboard box with arms. Yeah, I was really struggling to figure out a mech design for Supernova. And I kept thinking like a Hulkbuster style thing, but then I remembered Titanfall, who was the main inspiration for this. So yeah, he's just a box with some big old chunky legs and big old floppy arms. And this bag's actually stuffed. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And obviously that's meant to be a T. So yeah. Although this is actually, his name being Titan's a reference to the fact that my sister originally wanted one of my characters to be called Titan, but I didn't think it worked. Yeah. And the flap is attached via felt, and it stays closed via these magnets. And yeah, most plushies can actually fit in there. Mortimer can fit in there perfectly fine. The Shy Guy plushies can fit in there fine. So yeah, I specifically made it so that plushies can fit in there. And plus, I'm sure just putting silver in here, he would fit. Yeah, see, he fits. Perfectly fine. So yeah, there we go. Just put silver back over there. There we go. Yeah, I know it's mostly cardboard and may not count as a plush, but still cool. And that is my very kind of small September 2025 plush collection. I know it's much smaller than usual, but it's been a pretty funky month. So yeah, but a few other things. Be ready for some more Halloween themed videos. I plan for quite a few coming up, like a Child's Play parody, a Gremlins parody, finally making the Mr. Hobbs video, and just a lot of other stuff. So, and also a huge thank you to everyone who's been enjoying Heroes 3. That video took so long. Not to film and edit and all that. That took a while, but a lot of struggle went into making this video. And that can all just be a whole video on itself. So yeah, let me know if you ever want to know all the things I had to go through to make that. But yeah, thank you to all the people who are enjoying it. And also shout out to fellow plush tuber Leo for Life, I believe that was his name, for pointing out my video. So that's pretty great. Thank you. And also a big thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd make it to this quickly. So yeah, that is amazing. Thank you. You are all amazing. And with that, catch you on the flip side.